And we are live. Back for round 3 of our beat battle preliminaries. And then right after that, we will get into beat critiques. Let me make sure we are live on all stations. We are live on YouTube. Let's check Facebook. We are live on Facebook. And we are live on Twitch. Twitch always works for whatever reason compared to the other ones. Alright, looks like I have a few missed messages. Let me check these real quick before we get into the beat battles. I do have some housekeeping announcements to make as well before we start the beat battles. Let's see here. I will have to... sure. I'm not sure if he posted that or not, but we'll find out. So I posted a message on... What's up, Matt? What's up, Deco? Deco's just now leaving work. So I posted a message on my main YouTube page about posting the edited beat battles and beat critiques on the main tutorial page. And it seems like I'm probably going to have to stop doing that because one, no one's really watching those videos. So that's hurting the channel just like the live streams were hurting the channel. And two, I just flat out asked if people want to even see those videos. And so far, it doesn't seem like anyone is really interested. So I'm just going to leave those on this channel. One thing that I am going to do right now, I am recording the stream separately. So I'm going to take that video and I'm going to edit that. And I'm going to post it here on the live channel and see if that gets people to watch the replays here. What's up, VIP Hood Pass? Good to see you. And depending on the response that the edited videos get, I'll either continue doing that or I won't. So we'll just see what happens with that. Also, normally I've been posting tutorials every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. I'm still going to be posting at 10 a.m., but I think I'm going to cut down to only posting 2 days instead of 3. What's up, MNT? And the reason being, I'm getting deeper and deeper into producing for some artists, especially come January. I'm working on 2 EPs actually, and those are going to lead into some LPs. And on top of that, I am working on getting some major label placements. So I just have a lot more time that I need to put into my actual music production versus just the tutorials. So hopefully you guys understand if I drop down to 2 videos a week. Another thing that I'm going to do, instead of having a rigid schedule with every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or every whatever specific day, I think I'm just going to do it randomly. I don't think that you guys are really caring about a schedule as much as you guys care about just consistency and always having a couple videos here and there to watch. So I think what I'm going to do is just post videos whenever I can. And at most, I think the gap in between the 2 days that I post videos will be a 4-day gap at most. But I'm going to try and keep it closer to around 2 days. So basically during the week I was posting every other day, but that's a little much because I was noticing that some of the videos that I'm posting aren't as focused as some of the higher viewed videos. So I found myself posting videos that you guys don't really care about. Like for instance, the whole SoundCloud incident. No one really cared about that. not as much as I thought you guys were going to care. There were a couple other videos. So I'm just going to stick to very specific videos, and I think that will increase the quality of the channel overall. Let me read the comments here. Yeah, exactly. I definitely need to work more on the music side. DJ Vivaldi says he can't hear me. It seems like everyone else is able to hear me. DJ, are you still not able to hear me? It looks like I'm getting audio through. Type a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. There really isn't any settings that I'm seeing that aren't turned on. I'm not getting any 1s, so maybe they can't hear me. Okay, yeah, you guys can hear me. I got 1. Hopefully you guys are able to hear me. I'm not sure what's going on with DJ Vivaldi. Especially considering he might be in this beat battle. He was one of the wild cards. So yeah, basically, yeah, instead of having a rigid schedule, I don't think you guys really care about specific upload days. Especially when I check out other channels, no one's really paying attention to that. As long as you guys have notifications, you guys should be straight on whenever I upload. The one consistent thing that I am going to do, though, is upload at 10 a.m. That seems to be a really good time for my channel for whatever reason. So I'll continue uploading at 10 a.m. when I do upload. Again, at most, there'll be like a 4-day gap, but I'm going to shoot for a 2-day gap or a 3-day gap. A 4-day gap means that I was probably really busy with music production for that week. But no matter what, you guys will get 2 videos a week. So I think that's the most important thing. I think in return, the channel probably will start slowing down in growth unless I do a really good job making sure that the videos that I do put out are really high quality. I finally have been getting people complaining about the webcam and the lag on the screen. I'm surprised I didn't get more people complaining about that, but yeah, more people are starting to complain about that. This is the first day in a while that I had a video get close to 1,000 views in a couple hours or a few hours. It's not quite at 1,000 views, but it's getting there. It'll definitely be there probably sometime soon after the stream. And I think with that many eyeballs on the video, we finally did get some complaints about the lag. But they also complimented the quality of the content, though. So that's the most important thing. Eclipse said I had to go into the settings and turn on notifications so it would show up on the phone. Dope, dope, dope. And it looks like Vivaldi has the audio good to go. Everyone else says loud and clear, so we are good to go. What else did I want to talk about? Really, I guess that's the most important thing. Just letting you guys know what's going on in terms of why I might not be uploading as much. Hopefully you guys don't even really notice. Because just from the analytics, you guys aren't watching every video anyway. So yeah, I think if I just focus on the more important videos, get those out. For instance, this FL Studio series where I'm covering the FL Studio 20.6 update. Yeah, I think those videos will do really well, along with a bunch of other videos that I have planned. Today was a great example of that. I mean, this was the first video that I've had in a while that is doing as well as it's doing. So I'll stick to that. All right, so, actually, let me go back here. The beat battles, our competitors today are Sansa, Simo, Lucky Dunn, and Aton. And then our wild cards were Chris and DJ Vivaldi. This is my first time even looking at who actually submitted here. So we have DJ Vivaldi, Sansa, Simo, DJ Vivaldi, Sansa, and Simo. Okay, so we have three competitors. Oh, I guess I should say that I still do plan on doing these live streams, though, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. because this only takes an hour or two out of my day, and then there's no editing or anything like that I have to worry about. Again, I am going to edit this video and upload it and see if this helps the live channel at all. And then if not, then I'll just stick to only doing lives on this channel. So we'll kind of use those analytics to decide whether or not we should continue doing that. So let's start with DJ Vivaldi. Let's play this on YouTube so we could show our support. I always make that mistake. I forget the name of the, well, I guess the name's right there, but that style of painting right there. What's up, Sansa? Huge change up here. I appreciate that, Sansa. Chill breakdown here. This is cool. Yeah, to be honest, DJ Vivaldi, I've liked your tracks that we've reacted to during the beat critiques more than the tracks that you've submitted in the battles. In fact, I would say that the two tracks that you've submitted in the battles, I've liked the least out of the music that I've heard from you. And this is 7 minutes long. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't think we can listen to 7 minutes. Yeah, I have a gut feeling that that's probably not going to win the battle here. Let's move on to Sansa. Hopefully you don't take any offense to that. I'm just saying, I honestly think that the beats that you've submitted in the past were just a lot more interesting, had better arrangements, better instrumentation.
Sansa on the beat.
Sansa, I almost listened to this beat on accident earlier today because I got a notification for it. In fact, you said that you had a version without the vocals, so let's listen to that. If you're new here and you want to compete in the battles, hop in the Discord, the link is in the description, and you could turn in your beats into the beat critiques. The top 4, or really the top 6, get a chance to battle in the following stream. beat is cool, but the mix definitely needs some work with the EQ. And I totally get making the sample sound like a sample. You want it to sound like a sample, but at the same time, you also want to make sure everything has a nice place in the mix. It's just a little too muddy. Drums are nice. You have a nice pocket here. What's up, David Treasure? It'll be a little bit of ear candy there. Yeah, that was dope. Let's check out Simo. I don't even think Simo's here right now. If you're in the chat, go ahead and drop a like for the live stream if you can, if you will. If you would like to. Definitely don't have to. Slower beat than what he usually makes. Yeah, I figured, yeah, Sansa, I figured it probably was hard to EQ because you didn't have the stems. I'm sure all those instruments were built in together, so you probably only had one file, so it makes it almost impossible to EQ. You know what, Simo? The same thing is happening to you that I feel like happens to, or just happened to DJ Vivaldi, where I honestly just feel like the beats that you just submit during the critique are better. That's actually happened to you for the past couple weeks now. Or past couple beat battles. I don't know if it has something to do with it being a beat battle and maybe you're trying too hard. But I just get a lot more feeling and emotion out of your other beats. But there's nothing wrong with the mix. The arrangement's okay, it's just kind of boring. The change-ups aren't very dramatic. It's just, you kept it pretty simple here with just a dropout here and there. Yeah, it feels like your basic, you know, like a level 1 arrangement where you just play the chorus, drop out an instrument during the verse, add an instrument, and then you come back to the chorus. Not really a lot going on there, but in terms of fitting an artist on the track, you have plenty of space for sure. All right, we have 10 people in the chat, so let's get a 1 for DJ Vivaldi, a 2 for Sansa, and a 3 for Simo. And let me know if you need me to replay anything or anyone. Because I honestly don't know who to pick. I really don't. I didn't think that was going to happen to me. What's up, Dwayne? Good to have you in here. We have 1 vote so far. Also, we have a 2 from No Name. Two from Donuts. Let's get at least a couple more votes before we make a decision. $8 a.m. says we're voting already. Yeah, there was only 3 submissions. There was only 3 submissions. 3 out of 6. That really surprises me. That really surprised. You know what really surprises me is that there are only 3 submissions, and we're coming off of a weekend. So you guys even had an extra day. Yeah, I'd be lying if I were to say that I wasn't disappointed in you guys. Not you guys, but Chris, Aton, and Lucky Dunn. Especially Aton, because Aton probably easily could have won this. All right, the votes are pretty much in. Looks like 5-1. The winner is Sansa. Yeah, I was sort of leaning towards Sansa. I just wasn't happy with the mix necessarily. And I usually put a lot of weight on the mix. But I do think that the beat was better. So, and I think that's what you guys are hearing too. The beat overall was just better. So, yeah. Sansa, you are in this now. Let's see. So, Young BS, Sansa, Akuma Sanctum. Not in that order. So we have 3 out of the 16 chosen. Simo's going to be so pissed when he when he rewatches this stream. But hey, I didn't even pick this time. But I did kind of have a gut feeling that Sansa was going to take that. Yeah, let me replay Sansa's beat. Aton just submitted, but it's definitely too late.
Sansa on the beat.
Yeah, even replaying it, it's really solidifying that gut feeling that Sansa had the better track. Oh, there goes Simo. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, Sansa, congratulations, good job. Just a little too far with the space. Like, the track ended up just being a little lackadaisical compared to literally every track that I've ever heard from you. But yeah, same thing happened to you that happened to DJ Vivaldi this round. I just felt like the tracks that, literally all of the tracks that you both have ever submitted or that I've ever listened to were all better than the tracks that you put in this beat battle, which is really, really ironic. Eton says it's always so late in my time when these streams are. Yeah, I totally understand. At the same time, you can post these beats whenever. I just felt like since compared to everyone else during the week, they only have the day of the battle, and well, really they have the day that they were voted into the battle during the critique, and then they get one full day, and then they have until 5 a.m. the next day, or 5 p.m. the next day. You guys had an extra day with Saturday and Sunday in between the 2 days. So really, you could have submitted any of those days at any time. Yeah, I'm just saying that to be fair to everyone else that did submit. Let's see, Sansa submitted at 4:50. Actually, I think he submitted earlier than that with the other version. Yeah, 1:14, because I actually got that notification on YouTube. And then Simo submitted at 3 o'clock pretty much. And DJ Vivaldi submitted on Saturday. So yeah, just to be fair to the competitors and to stick with the rules. Unfortunately, yeah. But and what really sucks is that we didn't even have 4 competitors. So not even our we didn't even have enough wildcards for the competition. Let me do something real quick though. 8 a.m. says I couldn't submit the one before because of school. Oh, okay. Yeah, at the last beat battle, 8 a.m. didn't even submit a beat either, so he got eliminated. One thing that I would like to do is see if well, let me ask you this, Aton, do you want to use this beat for your critique, or do you want to save this beat in case you get into the battle on Wednesday? Depending on your answer, I'll make sure that I don't play this so that I don't ruin the beat that you wanted to use for your battle, if that makes sense. And let's go into our critiques. I'm sure they're stacking up here. Yeah, they're stacking up pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and listen to the first one. J Rays. I'll turn up the volume here too. Cool arrangement, cool sound selection. Yeah, how do you guys like FL Studio 20.6 so far? That kick could hit a little bit harder. And I'm not entirely sure about this bass line here, this synth bass that you had going on, but this bass is cool right here. Yeah, good track, good track. Oh, 20 seconds. All I really have to say about that is maybe you went a little too far with the bit crusher, but everything sounded dope. Drums were hitting. Yeah. Everything sounded leveled just fine for that style of track. You said Scarlord, so yeah, that style of track usually has that extra distortion on it. But that style of distortion, the bit crushing, might have been a little too much, but then again, we're talking about Scarlord there, so yeah, his tracks are definitely really loud. Always Jung, what's up? Sansa says the update is sick. No Name says I like the burn MIDI option. Yeah, it's making me want to buy this one plugin called Nora. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of it, but it's very similar to Cthulhu, but the way that it's laid out, it's a lot more user-friendly for my personal style. So it's about $50, but it does a lot of different things in terms of ARPs and whatnot. So I definitely like to pick that up. But honestly, like, it's so intuitive inside of the plugin that you really don't even need the burn to MIDI option, but it's nice to have just in case. But yeah, I think that feature really solidifies FL Studio's spot in terms of its MIDI capabilities. Like, I already felt like it was #1 in the game, but it was missing that one feature that everyone else has already. The other feature that they're really lacking on is the quality of their audio to MIDI, because yeah, it sucks compared to Ableton. So if they fix that, then they would definitely be #1. But because their piano roll is so good, that makes them #1 for me. FL Studio doesn't read your expand ARPs? That's interesting. Always Jung asks if I'm reacting to beats. Yeah, that's actually what I'm doing right now. You could submit beats through the Discord. There should be a link underneath the video window for you. Hop in there and then you could submit in the beat critique section right here. What's up, Siamut? Clip66 says, haven't used it yet. Isoy says FL Studio seems more noob friendly compared to other DAWs. Yeah, I could see that. I think that's mainly due to the whole step sequencer pattern setup that they have. It's just really easy to get started right away on the drums and not have to question anything. Bass needs to be turned up. Not really hearing a kick. Yeah, the whole low end needs to come up. Yeah, you do have a kick in there, but it's really small. Yeah, it's called Nora, and on top of that, Nora has an additional plugin. I think it all comes in one unit, where, so for anyone that isn't good at playing the keys, what Nora does is something really, really cool. It will make it so that every single key that you play is in key. Think about that. Every single key that you play will be in key, so you can't mess up. And that's kind of a tutorial that I've talked, or something that I've talked about in a previous tutorial, where as long as you play in the proper scale, like say for instance you pick E minor, which is a key that I play in quite often, as long as you stick to those 7 notes, it will be very, very difficult for you to play something that doesn't sound good. But yet, at the same time, I hear people that play in key all the time and they don't sound great. Like, it doesn't mean that you'll sound great, but it'll make it so that you can't sound bad, if that makes sense. But Nora has a feature to where yeah, you pick whatever scale, and then all the notes on your keyboard will literally be mapped exactly to that scale, no matter what. So you could hit any key and it will play, yeah, that proper key. And the way that it does that, the notes that are out of key, it will adjust that note so that it plays the next note above or below it. I forget which it is, whether it's above or below, but it all makes sense to where no matter what, you could hit a note on accident and it will sound great. Or not great, but it won't be out of key. But yeah, that's definitely a plugin that I recommend for beginners, especially with how powerful the arpeggiator is inside of it, because it sounds better than, it reminds me a lot of Tone 2, Electra. They pretty much have the best arp in the game, but Nora kind of duplicates that, the style of those arps. And then the way that you edit inside of it is just top notch. It's like super easy, really intuitive. Bananamus. Curious to hear what the bass is going to sound like in this. Really nice ambient feel. I don't think there is going to be a bass. Always Jung, there's a link to the Discord right underneath the main video window. It'll have the Discord symbol and it'll say Discord. Yeah, I'm just disappointed that there's not a bass.
And when Frank went up there again this morning, I basically just told him, like, you're here, enjoy the moment.
But that was still fire for what it was. But that was still fire for what it was. Yeah, there it is right there at the very top. The very first link. Maybe it's different if you're on a mobile phone or something. I'm not sure, but... yeah, right underneath the window on Twitch is the very first top left link with the giant Discord logo. Yeah, a nice synth bass would have been good for that track. I like the melodies here. The leveling's just a little off. That snare's a little too loud. Always Jung, I'm gonna try and post the link in the chat. Try to click that link or copy and paste that link. That link is different from the link on Twitch. like the sound selection too. Really just the leveling is a little off, that's all. And the bass needs to be EQ'd just a little bit. That bass had a little extra rumble down in the low end, so it sounded like maybe some of the other sounds might have been clashing with the bass. Those main chords that are right down the middle with that high end frequency, that should probably be spread out and not directly in the middle. So a little stereo separation would help that out a lot. And then maybe some EQ, because it is a little piercing right now. And yeah, maybe some more balancing with the drums and the instruments. Cool melodies though. Not a bad chord progression either, so. I soy. Always Jung, let me know if that Discord link worked for you. What's up, Shenny? Good to have you in here. Let's see, we have 16 people in here. Let's try to get 16 likes. Maybe that says 15, I'm not sure. One of your melodies is out of key, and it sounds like the drums need to hit a little harder too. Yeah, that kick is really low. Yeah, the drums need to hit harder, and yeah, one of your background melody is out of key. Shenny, I'm doing good. Always Jung says the link is not working. Let me test the link out myself. Open a new window. Yeah, it's working. Always Jung, try to turn off your, if you have a pop-up blocker, turn that off. And if you're on a mobile device, that's probably an issue as well. Except, I think it's known for really working well on mobile. Oh, we have a YouTube link. Let's show our support. Yeah, if you want, Always Jung, you could hop into the YouTube live. There's a link for that. Donuts, there's some stereo separation plugins that exist, specifically by Infected Mushroom called Wider. Also, if you're using FL Studio, which I know you are, there's a stereo separation knob on the insert of the mixer. M&T, the sound selection is dope. Mix is dope. The arrangement is cool. Yeah, that's a fire track. I haven't heard back from A-Town. I think he's kind of upset.
Yo, wake up, it's EDM. Yo, wake up, it's EDM.
Melodies are cool, chord progression's cool, bass line's nice. Mix could be cleaned up with a little EQ. But like you said, it's the raw mix. But yeah, everything's balanced real nice. Drums are hitting. Melodies are at the right level along with your bass. Good arrangement as well. Moon Meta. Let me get this one ready. Yeah, it's the same thing as Out of Scale. Yeah, there's only 7 notes in your scale, so you want to focus on just those 7 notes. Kick is real hard. Melodies are dope. Cool processing on the melodies too. Real ambient. Nice arrangement. All right, cool. Good to have you in here. Always, Jung. Yeah, you can submit beats in the beat critique section up here. Yeah, that was cool. Pretty chill beat. Some reverse organ to start it out. Also, so far I've only had one producer take advantage of the 50% off discount for the Inflightmuzik drum pack. That goes out to anyone who DMs me on social media. If you make it into the beat battles, you don't have to be a winner, you just have to be one of the competitors. So feel free to reach out if you would like that discount. And I also have a discount coming up here in about a week, right before Christmas. And I've also finished, yeah, that's something that I haven't talked about. Yeah, Metamoon, I like those both about the same, actually. Mix was dope. Arrangement was interesting. Sound selection was interesting. Maybe it could be cleaned up a little bit, but overall the beats were dope. But yeah, I just finished the high-tech MIDI hi-hat kit. So I did something special for the FL Studio users. So originally I said that I was going to let me just open this up and show you guys, give you guys a sneak peek. So originally I said that I was going to do like 50 MIDI hi-hat loops, but as I was making the kit, I kind of came up with another idea, because one thing that I like to do with my percussion, my high-end percussion, is make my rides slide. And in order to do that with FL Studio, you have to save those as FL Studio scores instead of MIDI. So what I went ahead and did, if I can find it, yeah, hi-hat loops, high-tech MIDI hi-hat loops. So here I made 32 hi-hat MIDIs. So those are just straight up hi-hats. Let me just drag one in, let you guys listen. Probably sounds weird out of context. Let me go ahead and add a snare and maybe a kick pattern. Yeah, let me go in here and make a kick pattern. I'll probably get copyrighted for having a basic kick pattern. And let's just loop this. And let me show you what I'm talking about with the rides. Let me switch up that pattern too. So with these rides, I created 16 different open hat patterns, and let's just load one of these up. You can hear those slides. Give you another example here. And I've also included some basic open hats as well for anyone that doesn't own FL Studio. So there's 12 of these. So yeah, a total of 60 different loops for you guys in terms of just having some quick MIDIs to go to compose your hi-hats and open hats and whatnot. So yeah, that's coming on the 23rd. And that same day, all of you guys will get a 50% discount. That kit is only 20 bucks. So you guys will get that kit for only 10 bucks. And when you purchase that kit, you'll also have access to the Inflightmuzik 2020 drum pack for 50% off as well. I think I'm going to set this up on Sellify so that whenever you guys check out, it'll automatically offer that to you if you want it. I think I'll be able to make it so that it works both ways. So if you buy the drum pack, you'll also get 50% off the hi-hat kit as well. So you could get both for 25 bucks, which is less than the price of the drum pack itself, which is 30 bucks. So hopefully that helps you guys out here in the future. Zapcon says, have you played around with the new advanced fill tool at all? Yes, I have. I've been making some wild percussion loops using the Euclidean rhythm type. Yeah, that's the type that I really was interested in as well. Yeah, I'll be doing a tutorial on that here in the future. I honestly don't think that I'll be using it too much. I feel like you're better off just making maybe using it once to make a few different percussion patterns and then just saving those as MIDIs and then just having that, because it only makes so many different patterns. They're all pretty basic. But yeah, the rhythms that it does come up with are awesome. But yeah, I recommend saving those as MIDIs. So something to keep in mind. I'm not sure why this isn't opening. It's taking me to my studio. Yeah. DJ Vivaldi, you uploaded something weird, unfortunately. I can't play it.
Shenny.
Kick hits hard. Got that West Coast piano. Short track, but yeah, that was cool. Yeah, West Coast feel to it. Those hi-hats probably need to be a little louder. Yeah, the leveling on the drums are just a little off. Margin. I'm guessing this is a Palace loop. Kick and bass is nice and loud. Interesting sound selection. You have two bass lines going. Shenny, just your drum leveling. The hi-hats were too low. Yeah, I can already tell I like this track better than your first one, Margin. I like the instruments better. The melodies are better. But you still have that nice hard-hitting low end. Good job. Yeah, this track blows the other one out of the water. Margin, did you make these melodies too? Because if you did, stop relying on Palace for sure, because you're better. Oh, I'm assuming Who's Weiler made the melodies. Yeah, that's fire. Sound selection, everything was fire in that. Nemo. No problem, Shenny. Travis Scott type. Yeah, Margin, your drums are sick. Especially in that last one. Everything was nice and crisp and everything was hitting hard. drums need to be a little louder on this one. I'm not sure if I'm really feeling the sound selection on that main sound there. Influxus, what's up? Good to have you back. Yeah, that drum mix was fire, Margin. Nice. Nice, Tay. I'm just hoping this arrangement doesn't hold you back. You have this one part of the hi-hat that gets really resonant in the higher frequencies. Yeah, that one right there. So you gotta EQ that a little bit. Yeah, the one thing that I was afraid of was the arrangement. That guitar just gets a little too repetitive. You just need some counter melody or an additional melody so that you could switch that out. Let's see if you do later on. Yeah, maybe even some halftime to switch it up. Yeah, I think you're about to do the same thing again. Like this is gonna be your main melody and only melody. Nope, you got another one up here. Needs to be a little louder though. Try to balance the two. Yeah, just a little too, I'm not really finding those melodies too interesting. I mean, this part was cool, but I feel like you need maybe even a third melody that switches that up even more. Either that or some type of interesting processing. It's just really basic in terms of keeping my attention. I think I like the first one better. Yeah, I like the first one better, and you do have a little counter melody underneath. It's really more of a harmony with your main guitar. But yeah, I like the sound selection of these guitars better than this one. The melody's out of key with itself. It also just might be the context. If I heard heard the chords with it, so it might even be in key. Maybe you're using like harmonic minor or something, but yeah, the melody just sounds off. But yeah, the melody sounds off. I would switch up, let me point out the note. That one, I'd switch that note. All right. So Always Jung was actually Tay G, or Tay G. Oh my God, was Tay Beats. That's why he said, "Hey, I did it." Okay, cool. All right, so for Wednesday, oh geez, I always do that. I scroll way too far. For Wednesday, yeah, I wanted to ask Aton if he wanted to be in the next battle and or if he wanted to save that beat or not. So I'm just going to leave that alone. Simo didn't submit anything this time around. But we do have 6 people here. Actually, it's between... Let me listen to Jay Rays again. Okay, I remember that. And let me listen to Bananamus again. Oh, yeah, he didn't have any bass in there. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, let me play through these beats and try to figure out who I want to have as the wild cards. 8 a.m. asks random question. How much would you say you have invested in your music? Thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars. Maybe around 10 grand all around over time. And I'm about to add another 1,500 here in the next month or two when I pick up my laptop. Trying to go all out with the laptop. So, yeah. Right around 10 grand. And I don't even think that that's necessary. I mean, I'll flat out tell you that's not necessary. All you really need is a couple $100 for your DAW. So $200 for FL Studio Producer Edition. Let's see, what else? A MIDI controller if you want to play keys. So, and or a drum controller. So maybe another $250 there. So yeah, let's just call that $500 so far with that. If you want to record artists and whatnot, maybe spend a couple $100 on a cheap microphone to get you started. You need a sound card. Focusrite has $100 sound cards that work perfectly fine with the solo. I spent $250 on mine. I think they have like an in-between model that's like $200. So yeah. So, but really all you need is like $100 for a sound card. In terms of plugins and whatnot, you really don't need any additional plugins. But I do recommend hopping on something like Plugin Boutique and picking up things like, when you're first starting out, picking up things like Expand, which is $5 right now. Synthmaster Player, that's like $10 at most. I don't even think it's $10. There's a free version too, which has almost all the same sounds. So that's not really costing you anything. Making sure that you go onto Spitfire Audio to pick up all their free stuff. Pick up all of Native Instruments free stuff. They have gigs and gigs of free sounds that are literally, yeah, they're top of the line. Let's see, who else? Maybe pick up, if you're wanting to get into mastering, pick up Isotope Ozone Elements. I believe that is $30 right now. It will eventually be free on Plugin Boutique, I'm sure, at some point in time. Yeah, Expand works on Mac as well. Let's see, what else? And then if you do want to go all out with synths, pick up, well, there's 2 different categories of synths, really. There's the vintage synths, and then there's the modern wavetable synths. You could spend $10 a month getting either Serum or Arturia Pigments, which is what I'm currently using, mainly because of the analog feel to it. It's like, it's just a lot easier for me to get that vintage warm feeling while using a modern synth. So it has modern synthesis capabilities. And then if you are looking for like vintage, old school style synths, there's actually some free plugins that you could pick up, like Synth One. That would be a good one. But if you want to spend some money, probably the best package would be the $300. Well, I don't know if it's $300 right now. I know it was like, it might have even been $200 around a little bit earlier, around Black Friday. But wait for the Black Friday sales and the Christmas sales when you pick up these plugins, because you can get them for like anywhere from 50 to 90% off. But yeah, Arturia's V collection, that's a great place to start and finish, really, with vintage synths. And then if you're looking for keys, check out Angelic Vibes. They have some dope keys with Elite Pianist, and that's only $15. They also have a free plugin called Iota Mini, and that's awesome for dark trap. If you're looking for effects like lo-fi, stick with the free plugins. I'm actually going to do a video titled "Is RC20 Overrated?" And really, it really is, to be completely honest. You could really match RC20's capabilities with only free plugins. So I'm definitely doing a video on that. It does have its own sound, sort of, but at the end of the day, it's not necessarily worth the 40 or 50 bucks when you get it on sale. Getting it on sale, it's like 40 bucks, but at full price, it's like an $80 plugin. I wouldn't spend $80 on it, that's for sure. If you do get something like RC20, make sure you get it on sale. Same thing with those glitching plugins. If you don't have like a grow speed or something, Looperator is dope and Shaper Box is dope, but I would definitely get those at discount as well. I wouldn't pay full price for those. I would wait and get those on discount. 8am says he's in high school and not of legal age to work, so I only have money from beat sales. Yeah, there's a lot of free plugins out there. And in fact, right around the first week of 2020, I'm dropping 2 videos. Well, I haven't decided if I'm going to make it 1 video or 2 videos. It just depends how long the video ends up being. I'm trying to make sure that it's only 10 to 15 minutes. If it ends up being like 20 to 30 minutes, then I'll split it up into 2 videos. But I'm covering all of the effects plugins and all of the instrument plugins that are 100% free that you shouldn't be sleeping on in 2020. So check out that video in the future. I've also done quite a few free and cheap VST plugins and effects on the channel already, but this will have a lot more. Some plugins that I haven't mentioned yet. Have I ever checked out Softtube plugins? Yeah, I got some. In fact, when you pick up your Focusrite sound card, it comes with some Softtube plugins. You're in love with their drummer. The little brother has 73. S73 has been landing on the master right after Ozone. That's dope. Yeah, some other mixing plugins. Yeah, and another thing about Plugin Boutique, just to be totally clear, I am an affiliate, but I've been saying this same thing over a year before I was ever an affiliate. I've been telling people this way before I started making money off of Plugin Boutique. But yeah, good call, Eclipse 66, Analog Labs 4. Actually, I would recommend that before the one that I mentioned, the V collection, because Analog Labs is literally like a preset bank of all of those different instruments all in one package. And then when you do upgrade to the V collection, Analog Labs can actually access all those presets from all those instruments all in one plugin. So yeah, Analog Labs is actually the first plugin that you should pick up from Arturia if you end up going that vintage route. But yeah, Plugin Boutique. So over the past year, I've gotten more free plugins than I can even keep track of. And those include all of iZotope's Elements plugins. So Elements Ozone, Neutron, Nectar, all those plugins were free, or $1 or $5, you know, stupid cheap. And those plugins are supposed to be like 120, 130, 140 bucks or something like that. So just being on their mailing list will save you a ton of money. Save you a ton of money. And then a lot of times, like for instance, during the Black Friday sale, they made it so that whenever you got those, like I think they had Nectar Elements as a free plugin if you bought anything from Plugin Boutique. And in return, that also made you qualify for the upgrades for iZotope. And normally they don't let you do that. If you get one of their free plugins, they'll say that that doesn't qualify you to cross-grade or upgrade. But that combination ended up allowing people to get the iZotope, like the full versions of those plugins, crazy, crazy cheap. Is their website down? I'm not sure. It wasn't last I checked. I know it went down last year because they accidentally added like a 60% off discount on top of a discount for the iZotope plugins. So people were buying the full version of Ozone for like 20 bucks or something like something crazy. Something crazy. Yeah, it looks like their site is down. Actually, I'm spelling it wrong. Yeah, their site is down. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. I can't think of any sales that might be shutting that down right now. Sansa says using Banks as a producer can get you in trouble on YouTube like Omni and Electra. Are you talking about selling Banks? What do you mean by using Banks? And Fluxus says iZotope always has these weird installation methods. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, somehow I've been able to avoid the whole iLock thing. I forget the process that I go through. I go onto their website, I download the plugin from there, and then in their service center or whatever it's called, there's like an install through that. But I think you're able to avoid the service center by downloading the install direct from the website. So maybe try that out. But there should be an option to not use the iLock, because I haven't used the iLock with iZotope yet, but I know that they do push that on there. Old Talk, what's up? Sansa says selling them like kits. Yeah, for sure. In the EULA, it's illegal to make preset banks for Omnisphere. I didn't know that was the same case for Electra. Is that the case, Sansa? Is that what the Electra EULA is saying? If that's the case, I'm not going to buy Electra then, because the whole point of me buying Electra, I had asked the chat, or one of these days I asked you guys what preset bank you would like me to make, and everyone said Electra, and I was like, oh, okay. So I guess I'll buy Electra and start making presets for that. Dang, that's crazy. Okay, so no Electra then. Yeah, I'm trying to keep everything 100% legit and clean. Or I'm not trying, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, Old Talk, there's a link to the Discord right under the video. It's the very first link on the left. And you could submit a beat in the beat critique section. You could submit 2 beats, actually. Eclipse says, buy a electric version of Computer Music Magazine. Yeah, they have a lot of, I forget what those are called, but like lesser versions of full plugins that only are available through that magazine. But yeah. So let's go ahead and take a listen to who I've nominated here, and then I'll select who the wild cards are. And then Old Talk has a chance too. Okay, yeah, that's dope. We also have MNT. Yeah, and also I just decided that I'm not going to be doing these replay edits. Either you make it into the live stream or you don't. I don't think people really care, to be frank. Yeah, that's dope. And then we have 8 a.m. Yeah, that's a solid track. Moon Meta Beats. Can't remember if it was the first or second one that I liked better. Yeah, that's what they're called. CM. Yeah, CM VSTs. And they're usually fire VSTs too. So yeah, Metamoon Beats and Margin. That was probably my favorite beat of today's stream. And then Tay Beats, you made it in as well. With this one. Okay, so I think the wild cards are going to be, man, it's kind of hard to decide. Tay Beats, and then either J Rays or Moon Meta or 8 a.m. or MNT. I know Margin's definitely in the main battle. Man, I got to listen again. MNT. Yeah, MNT is going to be in the main battle as well. And then 8 a.m. Do another quick listen. Well, let's listen to J Rays again. Yeah, J Rays will be the other wild card. So let me go ahead and write these names into the beat battle section. Again, do not post any beats or anything in this section if your name is not listed here. You have until 5 p.m. United States Eastern Time on Wednesday to submit. Old Talk says Taze was his favorite so far. That's crazy. At MNT. Maybe next time. I'm glad it found that. At Metamoon. Moon Meta. Man, Discord's good at finding these names, even though I'm horribly misspelling these. Margin. 8 a.m. made it back in for a third time. I forget how many times. Yeah. Hopefully he gets that beat in this time. And wild cards are Tay Beats. Congrats for this being your first live stream and you made it into a beat battle. Congrats on that. J Rays. I'm really excited about this beat battle because 8 a.m.'s the only person that's been in these before. And he's only been in one. Last time, the last beat battle was all people that had previously been in the beat battles but had lost. So we got a whole new gang here. So yeah, I'm hella excited about Wednesday's beat battle. So again, make sure you turn in your beats by 5 p.m. Wednesday. And let's go ahead and take a listen to Old Talk and see if he might replace any of these. Okay, DJ Vivaldi has one here too. Bro, already that beat is better than the one that you submitted. I don't know about these 7-minute beats though. A little too long. Gotta find a way to condense these. Old Talk is MIDI Magician you. Which one's you? A knight with a musket. Dude, they look like they're on the same team and he's about to whack this dude in the head. Sart's dope. Dangerous Avengers meets Invaders. Okay, so you are a mini magician. Cool. Bro, I don't understand. I don't understand. How did you not submit this beat? It's not like you just made this beat out of nowhere. Like, you've had this beat. It's not like you just made a 6-minute beat while we were live streaming. Super cinematic. Yeah, I agree, Old Talk. Ryan, we're critiquing a beat. Or really just reacting to one more than anything. What's up, Deco? I would love for this to switch into some like dubstep or something. That'd be wild. Yeah, we critique everything. Sound selection, mix, arrangement, artist viability, marketability. Yeah, that's way different than anything that you've done in the past. I don't know if you're into like film or TV or video game placements, but that's definitely something that you could reformat chop up a little bit, have very distinct sections, and that could get some placements for sure. There were some sections with distortion towards the end where we're listening, so you might want to take care of that. But other than that, yeah, that was fire. That was fire. I like the processing on the piano. Oh, wow. Dope sound selection. 2 cinematic beats in a row. You gotta switch that bass line to mono. It's totally panned out. It's totally spread out. You could hear it phasing in and out on the left and right side. It needs to be smack dab in the middle. Cool arrangement. Maybe switch out that kick drum too. Yeah, switch out the kick drum for something that hits a little harder. But yeah, that's a fire track though. MIDI Magician. I like the Foley. The Foley sounds here. Ooh, this is a little loud. Brian says he's listening to everyone else's monitors. You mean it's not thick on your monitors, Brian? I don't know what you were talking about, to be honest. Nice little square lead here. Mix is just a little too cluttered, so a little work on the EQ to give each sound their space. It sounds like a lot of the sounds are clashing quite a bit. Probably also has a lot to do with the amount of reverb you have on these sounds, so that extra reverb is going to cause issues with the mix in terms of the frequencies kind of muddying each other up. Sound selection is dope though. And I like the melodies, the composition's cool. The arrangement is dope too. Ooh. Yeah, your sound selection's on point. Everything's on point. Just the balance of the mix and the EQing just needs a little work. That's all. This is fire, bro. Yeah, I could hear an edited mix of this, and that would be freaking smoke. That's dope. That's a really dope track. I'm curious what your other tracks sound like for real. Is that like your main style? It's like chill out lounge music with... I really like the Foley that you had in the background going on. The arrangement was dope. And then to have the saxophone come in at the end there, that was fire. Oh, this is a YouTube link as well. Let's show our support. Oh, I don't think I commented on this. Crazy upper track, my dude. Thanks for the submission, Old Talk. Is that you singing too, or did you just make the beat? Or both?
Yeah, quickly forgetting the way that you dress, quickly forgetting the things that you said, quickly forgetting everything about you, but I can't let go of the pain. Why am I feeling so down? Why am I feeling this way? Why do I go through the shit that I go through without having reason for none of this pain? I'm fucking ashamed. Yeah, if I really said it, then I really meant it. I did really love you. I don't wanna scale it. I don't wanna play it. That's another statement. Yeah.
Where are you from, Brian? I can kind of hear an accent.
Cause I don't wanna live without you. Need to say that I needed you the most, and you can stop your crying.
Sounds like the 808's out of key too.
That you're already gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. Cause I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling down. I'm falling down.
Yeah, you can't really hear the kick at all. But also that, yeah, the 808 is, the bass is out of key.
Yeah, I really did miss you, I really did need you, I really got scared, I really did panic, I really deleted all the happy pictures. Now I'm singing issues, you're all in my head. Yeah. Wanna live without me, and I don't need to say that I needed you the most, and you can stop your crying. I can see it on my own that you're all.
Try pitching up your bass 2 or 3, maybe even 4 or 5 octaves, and then you should be able to hear whether or not it sounds in key or not. If you're not able to hear whether or not it sounds in key, that's not something that I can teach you in terms of hearing. That's just, you can either hear it or you can't. Yeah, there's no good way of describing it, but it literally just sounds wrong. There's not a good way of describing it. One way that you could look at it, if you know what key the song is in, just make sure that the notes match up. But that only works if your 808 is tuned to middle C. And again, that goes back to hearing whether or not it is or not. Yeah, no problem, Lucky Dunn. No big deal.
Already gone, gone.
In terms of the mixing, I wouldn't focus so much on the mixing. Did you make the beat too, or are you just singing on the beat? If so, you need to go back to that producer and tell them to put their 808 in key. But yeah, I wouldn't really, I really wouldn't worry about the mixing because there's only so much that you can do with a vocal mix if you recorded this from home, because your mic, your sound card / preamp, your room, the environment that you're recording in, all of that is going to limit how good you can get your vocal. And for the most part, when a vocal gets to the level that it's at right here in a home environment, that's usually about the best that you're going to get. If you get better than that, it's because you actually either you built a vocal booth. Basically, you went ahead and treated your room acoustically, and you upgraded your mic at some point. But just working with the equipment that you have, which I'm assuming is just, consumer grade, you're just recording in your bedroom, this is usually about the best that you can get a vocal. So it sounds fine. I really wouldn't worry about the mix in terms of the vocal. It sounds like it's not really clashing with any of the other instruments, so you did a good job there. Also, the level of the vocal, that all sounded fine. You didn't over compress anything. Nothing sounds too overly dynamic. It sounds like you did good miking technique in terms of making sure that you're the same amount of space away from the microphone at all times. You weren't too close to the mic, otherwise we would hear like this weird booming thing that goes on. Yeah, other than that, I would say that's a good job on the vocal mix, if that's something that you were worried about. But in terms of the beat, yeah, the 808 or the bass line is just out of key. So again, I'm not sure if you made that beat or not. So, all right, so we have MNT 8 a.m., Moon Meta Beats, and Margin competing on Wednesday at 5 p.m. United States Eastern Time. And then we have Tay Beats and J Rays as our wild cards. So make sure you get those beats submitted in the beat battle section by 5 p.m. on Wednesday. Again, 5 p.m. United States Eastern Time. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. I will continue doing these live sessions, however, on the main tutorial channel. Oh yeah, also drop a like if you haven't already. Definitely helps the channel. Helps these videos, help you guys get seen a little bit more. Especially since I'm no longer doing the edited uploads to the main channel, because quite frankly, it doesn't seem like people like me doing that. I actually had people straight up said stop doing it. So we won't be doing that anymore. But I feel like the best way to balance both and keep everyone happy is to continue doing these live sessions here and to keep the tutorial channel only for tutorials. So at the end of the day, that really makes sense. I am going to be doing less tutorials. So instead of uploading every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m., I'm not going to have a really strict schedule anymore, because I'm doing so much in terms of producing for other artists right now. So I got to make sure that I'm balancing my time between helping you guys out and helping out these artists, which is also helping myself out. Really, helping either group out is helping me out at the end of the day. But I do need to make sure that I am spending my time wisely between both you guys, the producers, and these other guys, the artists. So, yeah, instead of 3 videos every month, instead of a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm going to do 2 videos a week at least. And the gap between each video will be probably at least 2 days, but at most 4 days. So either way, you will get to see 2 videos a week. So it's only 1 less video a week, which overall I was only doing 12 videos a month. So now that's going to go down to about 8 videos a month. So it's not really that big of a change. The channel might start slowing down in terms of growth, but that's not really a big deal, especially if I really focus on making sure that the videos that I do put out are really important videos for you guys. I've noticed that doing the whole 3 videos a week thing, sometimes one of those videos weren't as, I guess, important compared to the other ones in terms of giving you guys knowledge, dropping gems, and providing information that the other channels aren't giving you. So if I focus more on doing that for you guys, I think the channel will have a chance of actually maintaining the growth that it's been having recently, and or it actually might grow even faster. So I'm really curious to see what happens there. Inflexus asks, when am I gonna do another live cook-up? Those will start back up right after the beat battle, the main beat battle, the Supreme 16. And then I'm going to be doing a lot of cook-ups because in February, yeah, it's pretty much February, because the main beat battle is going to be right around the end of January, right around the end of January, beginning of February. But right after that, I'm going to do a 30-day beat challenge. So I'll be doing quite a few cook-ups live for you guys. Sansa says, should I show you my vocal track I did 2 years ago? Sure. Let me check these other sections. The general section. Cool. Caught up there. Self-promo. Again, if you guys want to promote any of your tracks or anything like that, feel free to do this in the self-promo section here. If you guys sell kits, if you guys do whatever you want, graphics, art, it doesn't matter. You can post whatever you want. Sansa says 30 days, holy. Yeah, I did this last February as well, so. Yeah, I saw this. Someone already answered your question. Yeah, FL Studio 20 Dark Skin, exactly. Harsh says he downloaded it from Reddit, but it's not working. Really can't help you there. If it's not working, don't know what to say. Vocal from Sansa. It says, well, you see the screen there. Let me know how to access that. Yeah, Sansa. Another thing that I was considering was doing 2 beats a day for 15 days. Because last year I did a 30-day beat challenge, a beat a day for 30 days. But I was thinking about pushing myself and at the same time saving some time by doing 2 beats a day for 15 days and getting 30 beats done, yeah, in half the amount of time. One, I think it's a good challenge, and 2, I'm kind of wanting to crank out quite a few beats. And on top of that, I have some loops that I've created from my Inflightmuzik 2020 drum pack that I have access to, so I might use loops. But if I don't, and if I decide to do the 30-day beat challenge, 1 beat a day for 30 days, it'll be all those beats will be from scratch, and that's what I did last year too. Every beat was from scratch. Sansa says, doesn't that require much time? Not really. Samson says, would you live stream them all? Yep. Every single day. Every single one will be live streamed. That's the only difference between this year and last year. I didn't live stream them. I just uploaded them every day on Rap on Tracks. But yeah, this year you guys will see me make a beat every single day. At least the beat. Like I said, I'm considering doing 2 beats. Because last year, there were times where I was disappointed. Last year I was disappointed with some of the tracks because I was limiting myself to only doing 1 beat a day. Like, I really wanted to do 2. Influxus says, do you think 10-minute beats are possible? Yeah, I do 10-minute beats all the time, bro. Do 10-minute beats all the time. Says, like he sees Nick Mira. Dude, every producer, well, maybe not every producer, but almost, yeah, I would say every producer that you guys watch on YouTube either already has done or can easily do 10-minute beats. No problem. That's why they're doing tutorials in the first place. Like, making a beat in 10 minutes isn't as difficult as you might think. In fact, I was considering doing a 5-minute beat challenge, just because I feel like 10 minutes is kind of like everyone's done that. Sansa says, upload them to your channel. That stuff gets views. No, yeah, for sure. But they're not going to be uploaded to my tutorial channel or this channel. It'll be on my beat channel, Rap on Tracks. Samson says, that would be awesome. I'll definitely keep my eyes out. Yeah, I'll definitely keep you guys informed. You guys will know because you guys are all subscribed and you have notifications turned on this channel. So even though those beats won't get uploaded here, you'll definitely see those beats on Rap on Tracks if you do want to listen to those in full. And also from those videos, I'm probably going to edit those down to make tutorials, because at the same time, I'm not just going to be making beats without talking. Well, it really depends. I'm going to feel out the vibe when I start it up. Maybe I will do just make beats without talking so that I can get these done. But I think it would also be a good idea for me to explain to you guys what I'm doing and why I'm doing it so that I can turn those into tutorials as well on my tutorial channel. But we'll see. I have to figure out the vibe that I'm getting when I do it. And like I said, on top of that, I'm trying to do them all from scratch too. So Eclipse says, beat challenge loop or whole song. Yeah, I do plan on doing a beat challenge for you guys, but that's going to be after the whole the beat battle. Nobody Likes You says, hope Mira is okay. Yeah, he's definitely going through tough times. Yeah, my first, no one really knows this, but the very first beat that I uploaded to YouTube when I came back to, or basically when I started doing music production full time, was a Juice WRLD type beat. I've never really told anyone that or talked about it. I just never really cared to talk about it. But yeah, one of my friends, he was pretty broken up about the whole Juice WRLD thing, but I didn't really console him or anything. I actually kind of just ignored his message. I just kind of let him deal with it however he's dealing with it. I just didn't feel like talking about it. I definitely was a huge Juice WRLD fan. I felt like the style of production that I was doing at the time was literally a perfect fit for him. But yeah, I just never got far enough to ever even consider reaching out to him or anything. I did mention that the only type beat tutorial that I really ever did was a Juice WRLD type beat, and I don't do type beat tutorials. Right after I did that tutorial blew up. That was like one of the biggest tutorials that I've ever done, and I haven't really done anything like that since. But that tutorial got like 4,000 views in like 1 or 2 days, and usually like my good tutorials get like 1,000 views in a day. So it was like 4 times the amount of views. But I hate doing type beat tutorials because I feel like it doesn't teach you guys anything compared to the other tutorials. But yeah, I don't really do these tutorials for views necessarily. I really do them to make you guys better. Samson says, I feel like you should just crank out beats and get in your flow and break it down later, maybe at the end of the video. That's a good idea. That's actually something that I was kind of doing last year, because I would post the beat and then I would ask in the comments if they like the beat, let me know, and I'll break it down on my main tutorial channel. And I never really got around to doing that, but there were definitely a handful of beats that people wanted me to break down, but I never really did. But I should have. But yeah. Especially the beats that I'm about to do. Yeah, these are going to be some of the best beats you guys ever heard. I'm not playing. There will be some of the best beats that you've ever heard. Because they're definitely going to be the best beats that I've done in a long freaking time. I appreciate that, VIP Hood Pass. Yeah, I think Samsung has the best idea right there. Crank out the beat, get in my flow. Yeah, that makes sense because, one, I think the beat will turn out better. And then, yeah, you're totally on point with that comment, dude. I think you hit the nail on the head with that one. I think that's exactly the format that we're going to do. So I'm going to do silent cookups, Chew style. He doesn't really do silent cookups anymore, but yeah, I'll do silent cookups, and then at the end of the video, I'll break them down, and then I'll turn that into a tutorial, and then that'll save me time on editing the crap out of, you know, a live stream too. So that kills 2 birds in 1 stone. So that's really smart, Samsung. Good job on that.
Bitch, ich bin geflasht, so wie Codein. Ich komm in meine Gang, ja. Du weißt nicht mal, wer ich bin, immer Style so unique. Komm in meine Gang, denn sie will immer Krieg. Und sorry, ich bleib frei, sorry, ich bleib bei. Sorry, du weißt nicht, wer ich bin, weil ich bleib bei.
That was a Panacho beat? That totally didn't sound like anything Panacho made before. I'm a huge Panacho fan, but that totally didn't sound like Panacho. What language do you speak, Sansa? For real, I don't think I've ever heard a beat from Panacho that sounded anything like that. That was totally different. German. Okay. Cool. Yeah, the vocals were dope. Yeah, those vocals were awesome. You don't have like a full version of that, or any full songs? You said that was like 2 years ago? I'm curious to hear more, but it is what it is. It seems like you're more into producing more than anything else now. Yeah, definitely on the next stream, if you want, submit some full songs. Especially since you're in the beat battle now. Like, there's really no point for you to get beats critiqued anymore. At least not for, you know, the beat battle. So you might as well just submit some songs for us to hear. But that's totally up to you. I have no idea if that... Yeah, you just said that you're planning to be an artist soon. Yeah, depending on what I hear, I might make some beats for you for free. But I already know that you have your own style and you produce and all that, so... But yeah, all the artists that I'm working with... I'm not charging anything up front for... I'm not charging anything up front or in the back end. We're just making songs. And then, you know, if the song blows up, then we blow up. I think that's the way it should be. I don't really understand the whole... I mean, I understand the beat buying culture. in terms of putting a beat out there and having people buy it online anonymously. I get that. It's more of a hustle than anything. That's really the point of it. I mean, I'm doing it too, but in terms of like really focusing on my craft and trying to be a producer, like I really want to just work with artists. And for me to do that, I don't want a wall in between us in terms of like, okay, well, you got to buy the beat, or you got to do this, you got to do that. Like, I'm not buying your vocal. It takes two to tango. It takes us both to make the song. And then, you know, you'll hear arguments that, well, the producer always gets screwed in the end. They don't make as much money, so they should get upfront. I totally agree. I get that. But when you're in the position that I'm in, and you really want to crank out music, you really want to get songs done, you got to start somewhere. And I feel like in order to get songs done, you got to really start making songs, you know, and not create roadblocks for yourself. Yeah, I hope more people start doing that, or at least consider doing that, because I'm really sick of going on Instagram and scrolling through and all you see is beat after beat after beat after beat. And you hear all these fire beats. Well, for the most part, or maybe not even for the most part, but you'll hear plenty of fire beats, right? But how rare is it that you hear a fire song? Like, that's super rare. It's so rare, and it shouldn't be, because there's a lot of dope vocalists out there and a lot of dope beats out there. So I don't understand why there isn't just more music in the form of songs when there could be. Like, we're all just stopping ourselves from doing better. But yeah, that was my random 2-cent rant there. I have another tutorial coming out on, I'm really considering whether or not I should start this new tutorial schedule now or later. Samson says, I feel like people are just scared to put their stuff out and get it stolen or something, but you're right, things should be more easily accessible, but things aren't face-to-face as much anymore. Yeah, I think the whole face-to-face thing slows people down too. But the ironic thing is, because of the technology that allows us to not have to be face-to-face, I know when I was a kid, and if someone were to tell me the state of the world right now in terms of not being face-to-face but being able to communicate like I'm doing right now with a dozen people, a dozen other producers, my mind would be blown with how much music isn't getting made. My mind would be blown. But at the same time, it's funny because I was just commenting or replying to a comment on my Instagram. Someone said that I was being weird for talking about, like, I guess I was they felt that I was sort of calling them out on their music production, but that wasn't the case at all. I was just curious about their opinion on what programs and software that they use, so on and so forth. So I listened to their music on Instagram and then asked them some questions about it. And they said it sounded like I was taking it personal. I was weird for doing that. And my response was, yeah, I probably am weird for doing that, but I literally have no one to talk to in real life about music production. So when I do ask you questions, I'm personally am curious about it, but it's not something that you should take personal. Like, I'm not attacking you or anything. I'm literally just asking you questions because I don't get to have conversations about music production with really anyone. So really, these live sessions, you guys in the comments on my Instagram, on Facebook, that's the only time that I get to talk about music production. I don't get to talk about music production one-on-one, face-to-face when I make a tutorial. That's me talking to thin air. Like, I don't get any feedback from that until you guys start responding in the comments. And that's when the conversations start. So if anyone thinks that it's weird that I get personal when I start asking questions about music production, all I have to say is keep in mind that this is what I do full time. This is all I do. I am a music producer. So literally, yeah, I am personal about music production. So I'm literally talking about personal things when I ask you, I guess, what you might consider as a personal question. But like I said, it's because I don't get to talk about any of this with anyone in person. Even during the times when I was working with artists, one-on-one in the studio, we're not talking about music production. They say, oh, that beat's fire, and we move on. Or they say, that sound is fire, and we move on. They're not asking me about sound design. They're not asking me about what plugins I used or anything like that. They don't care. All they care about is it dope or not? So you guys, other producers that are in this live chat, that are in the comments, on my Twitter, so on and so forth, those are the only times and the only people that I get a chance to talk about my one and only passion. So maybe that's weird, but at the same time, that is who I am for sure. But yeah, if you guys agree with anything that I'm saying, definitely hit that like button. Definitely helps the chat or the stream. What's up, Mark One? We are just now shutting things down, but we will be back again on Wednesday. Again, I'm not sure when I will post the next tutorial. I actually already have it done and recorded and edited and everything. I've already exported it out, so I just need to upload it to YouTube. So it's really just up to me whether or not I want to upload that on Wednesday or if I want to push that back and upload it on Friday. But I'm just going to play it by ear. It really depends on, basically, as soon as this but the tutorial that I posted today, as soon as that slows down in Steam, that's when I'll post the next one. But right now, that tutorial is kind of taken off in terms of the past couple weeks of tutorials, really, because like I said, my good tutorials usually get about 1,000 views in one day. This tutorial got up there in a few hours, so I'm thinking I might need to hold off on posting the next tutorial until this one starts to slow down, so I don't ruin the algorithm with a tutorial that might not have the same momentum, because that'll slow down the whole channel. There's a little sauce for you guys if you guys didn't know that. Basically, if you upload a video, this goes for you guys uploading beats, or if you guys do have a tutorial channel and you're trying to upload, if you upload a video that gets below average views, then all of your other then all of your other videos combined on your channel. So say on average you get 500 views within the first 3 hours. Well, if the next video that you upload gets 400 views in 3 hours, that not only hurts that one video from getting shown, but it hurts your whole channel overall. So just something to keep in mind. It's a way for the algorithm to, I guess, encourage people to not just upload over and over again, but to upload the best content possible and to make it better than last time. So that's just something to look out for. Why is YouTube like that? It's all a money game. Money game. It's all a money game. The more content that make people stick around and watch, the more ad revenue that YouTube can collect and sell. The more ads YouTube can sell, and the better YouTube looks. They can go to these companies and be like, hey, the YouTube platform executes X amount of ad views per minute, and a bad video doesn't help with that statistic. So it's their way of encouraging good product in terms of videos to be uploaded. All right, y'all. I will see you guys on Wednesday at 5 p.m. Until then, keep making music, keep producing, keep improving, and I will catch you.